It's time for Family Vacation 2.0. Our three, it's four, but really our three couples remain. And we are, we ended the episode 1 week away from decision day. So we're right down to the end of the season here. And really, I don't feel that great about any of our couples. I feel like all of them are still having issues. There's nobody that I'm sitting there watching thinking, oh yeah, they're definitely staying together, which is kind of a weird feeling right now. And for me, really just helps to illuminate how poorly the matchmakers did this season. All right, as always, we jump from couple to couple to couple, and we will be doing that as the same once again. So let's start off with Eric and Virginia. I feel like since the exodus of Paige and Chris, they are probably our headline couple. They're atrocious. There is no reason that these two humans should stay together, yet somehow their relationship still is in limbo, and we could see them saying yes on decision day. We opened up with them in the car ride, and Virginia describes what she thinks going to happen to them this weekend, and she says, I think we are going to kill each other. What a great way. Eric's asking like, hey, do you think we're going to have a fight this weekend? And that's what she says. Like, I think, and she didn't even seem like she's joking. She's like, I think we're going to kill each other this weekend. And then Eric comes back with, well, we're not fighting because of me. Well, Eric, you know what? You've been half of every argument that has happened between yourself and Virginia all season long. So yes, you will be fighting because of you. I think that he's clueless how his words and actions come off to other people. Like, I don't think that he has a clue how the impact his words say. Like, he's always going on and on about, basically saying like, oh, you have to do things this way, you have to do things like this, and if you don't, you're wrong. And it just comes off as he's arrogant, smug, condescending, and that's the way it's been all season long. And then we saw them basically fighting in the car, so they can't stand each other in the car. And then they show up at the vacation, Family Vacation 2.0, and all of a sudden they're trying to put on this image that they're the perfect couple. I've been talking about Eric's fakeness with the experts all season long. Well, he was kind of putting that on in front of the other couples, at least at the start of the weekend, though that got called out a couple times throughout the episode. Overall, I feel like you probably shouldn't marry someone who wants a totally opposite life as you. They don't see eye to eye on anything, and then we end up seeing them having a fight over a cat. So, it's not that they have different views on having a family. It's not that they can't figure out their living situation. It's not that they just try to sweep all of these issues under the rug. Their political views are on the opposite end of the spectrum, and they butt heads on all of it. Yet we're having a big fight over the cat, and neither one of them is budging. It's just ridiculous. He's Mr. Ultimatum who doesn't believe in ultimatums, yet all season long has been dropping ultimatum after ultimatum after ultimatum. And then Virginia, on the other end of things, has really started using that same behavior against Eric. We saw her just not budging on the cat thing. Like, not even a little bit. She's like, oh, well, the cats will just sleep in my bed. And like, it's fine. They just won't go on your side. Like, that's supposed to be some sort of compromise. But, neither of them have compromised at all season long. So why would they start now? Matching someone with cats with someone allergic to cats shows how little effort was put into the matchmaking this season. Like, it's unreasonable. If you have someone with 3 dogs, don't match them with someone allergic to dogs. That's just basic. If someone's allergic to strawberries, don't match them with someone who grows strawberries for a living. Like, it's just stupid. Don't match someone allergic to bees with someone who raises bees. Just ridiculous. Overall, these two are both unreasonable, and I am 100% rooting against them on decision day. All right, let's jump over to Brianna and Vincent and the horse. That's what we're going to talk about today. Vincent's afraid of horses. And I kind of empathize with Vincent a little bit because I also am afraid of horse. But unlike Vincent, I have no problem getting on a horse. I just don't like and don't want to do it. I've had to do that throughout my life, but every time I don't enjoy it, don't want to do it, don't trust a horse. And you know what? That's fine. Everyone has things that they are scared of, that they don't want to do. And I don't like it when people really get pushed into outside of their comfort zone on those things. You can have things in life that you don't like. It's fine. Vincent not liking horses is fine. Like, that whole situation seemed like it was a setup to try to get Vincent to blow up, and I was a little surprised that it never happened. He was giving off those I'm dead inside looks a couple times this episode, but it never escalated like salsa dancing did, and that's good. And then Vincent tries to frame this whole thing as he's mad that Brianna made this decision about going horseback riding to put him in an uncomfortable position without letting him know, without giving him time to prepare. Meanwhile, Vincent has decided that they're moving into his house and Brianna has no say in the matter. He's publicly saying that to everybody. Like, yep, we're moving into my place. And like, the look on her face was just like, we're what? So no, it's not okay for Brianna to decide about riding horses, but definitely okay for Vincent to decide where the pair of them is going to live. Definitely those are not equal things at all whatsoever. All right, third couple of the night, and that is Ryan and Clara. They're just in a really weird position. Like, they seem like a good couple, yet Ryan is just not giving Clara the very key essential things that she needs. And, she's been pretty upfront, pretty clear about that all season long, and Ryan just doesn't give it back. Like, we ended tonight's episode with Clara saying, like, hey, it's nice for you to say that you're attracted to me every once in a while. It's nice for you to say how you're feeling about me. And what does Ryan do? He just does his usual, yep, okay, yep. And like, all those emotional conversations that they end up having, he's just not giving that back. Like, yes, the entire exercise with writing love letters to each other was great for them. It was a little chance for Ryan to express how he's actually feeling about Clara and everything. And she loved it. She breaks down in tears because she's so happy to hear how he's feeling, but he just won't say it. And, on the other side of things, we're getting to a point where, in my opinion, it's a mistake for Clara not to say how she feels. Like, she's worried that it's going to put on too much pressure on Ryan. But I think that for Ryan, knowing that he's loved and that Clara loves him is going to help bring him across that finish line, make him feel more comfortable, because I just don't think that he's mentally prepared at this point to be the one who says, I love you first. And lastly, we'll end on our pseudo couple that is still on the show. That's Haley and Jacob. I don't know why they keep trying. Like, I guess it's probably in their contracts that they have to see this thing through, but everyone can see they don't like each other, they don't care for each other, and they're not staying together on decision day. We open with them driving separately to the family vacation. And Haley is immediately dragging Jacob. She's looking for things to trash talk him about to the other girls and the other people there. She wants to be the one with the upper hand out of this relationship. We saw that last week with the whole bracelet situation where, she's going to her mom and telling her mom 1% of the story so that her mom sides with her, when in reality, like, all Jacob was saying was like, hey, I bought you this. It was supposed to be this show of my potential and future love for you, and then you just kind of discarded it, and that hurt me. That's all he was really saying. He wasn't asking for the bracelet back, even though Haley interpreted that as he wants the bracelet back so she gets her mom to overnight it so she can give it back to him. Just, it's ridiculous. I think the failure of the relationship lies entirely on Haley. Jacob's behavior since the relationship totally was over has not been wonderful, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm feeling bad for Jacob, not feeling bad for Haley, and I really hope that Jacob does get another shot at love, because I think that he, like everyone else in the world, deserves it. And on top of that, I believe he's ready for it. This whole weekend was, it was just like maximum awkwardness for Haley and Jacob. Even the get to know your spouse game, or who knows their spouse the best, whatever they called it, and them winning, hilarious. But really, when you think about it, all they've been doing, or all they've been able to do all season long, is just kind of sit and ask each other questions. If you're just stuck with someone for 2 months and all you can do is just ask them random questions about themselves, that you're going to know a lot about that person. It doesn't show that you have this grand connection. It just shows that you've spent the most time together looking at these sorts of things. There was one scene with all the girls sitting together, and you could tell that the girls really wanted to just call Haley out. They kind of half-ass called her out, and it was kind of amusing to me. But really, she just needs to be called on her BS, just to know that her behavior is not okay. And if you want to be in a healthy relationship, that's not going to cut it. We ended the episode, Jacob leaving early and Haley getting another bullet for her gun filled with things to be mad at Jacob about. I don't have any issue with him leaving early. He doesn't want to be there. Why would he want to be there? I'm sure if you're him, you would much rather be at home by yourself and not spending every waking moment with someone who just doesn't even like you. So yeah, they're not going to make it. It's ridiculous that things get edited even remotely. Like, oh, maybe I'd still be open. No, Haley, you wouldn't. Any guy in the world could come up to you right now and you're not open to that. So just close the door, shut this chapter of your life. Get yourself to a place where you are genuinely ready to be in a serious relationship and try again. So that's going to wrap things up for this week. I think we have 2 more weeks of the season left. I'm not entirely sure there, but of course I will be back to cover all the episodes that we have left this season. As always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, we'll see you later.